Good morning, welcome to day 20 of my Munros challenge. Today I'm walking route 25. I've parked on the lay-by just over the way around the A9, and I'm walking to Munros today. Caim, which is Rocky Hill of the Curve, and Bheag, which is the little yellow place. Bit of a transition day today, moving campsites, moving down to Blair Athol to try and bag all the Munros around Blair Athol for the next few days. Here we go. The day starts straightforward enough, following these Land Rover tracks up. You can see it wrapping around the shoulder up there. It's going to be our track. I understand it gets a bit squelchy higher up once we leave this track. We'll see. This is Alan. I've just been walking with Alan for the last 20 minutes, and Alan has bagged all the Munros and he's on his second time round now, so I've just had to shake his hand. He's given me lots of good advice, and he's bringing his wee 6-year-old sonny up with him and his wife, so it's awe-inspiring.
So Belinda's from Denmark, where they have no mountains.
Oh right, and his wife's from Denmark, so she's like no mountains at all over there. This is the junction where I hang a left. Another theme, back into the clouds. You never know, it might clear up today. The forecast was quite good, so we've turned left. We're heading to the first top. So we've got a line of fence posts that you can follow. I've read about these in one of the guidebooks to help in easy nav in bad weather, should I say. So I think these take me pretty close to the top, so it's become pathless now. We've still got the fence line to follow, and you can just about make out the top up there. So the fence does make it easy nav, as I said earlier. So here we are, Caim. Clouds lifted, so there is some part of a view. There we go. So I'm back at this junction that was at earlier. I'm going to hang a left, follow the Land Rover track and head up to the next one. So that was nearly a disaster. I've just dropped down this steep bank to the burn at the bottom through the bog to pick up the path over there, and I've gone to take a small video and seen that my GoPro is not where I keep it in my rucksack, so I've had to retrace my steps, climb back up this bank, knowing that the last time I used it was up here, and I also took my cag off because it was warming up. So I've had to search the bankside in case it fell out my sack there, and wander around this moor top to find the point where I took the video. As you can tell, I found my GoPro. Oh, that could have been a disaster. So there's the first view of the summit. You can see there's a trig point up there, or a large cairn, like a trig point from this distance. I'm just heading across to this line of fence posts, and I found a track. We're pretty much pathless that last section, although I did find a track following the burn, which helped. And that's definitely the track I'm going to take back down. Here we are, we're at the top of Bheag. Awesome. Let's have a look where we've been. There we go, that was the first one in the distance, way in the distance. First one of the day. We followed it around the tops, down and round. So I'm just looking down the glen to the Loch Ericht, which is obviously the other side of the A9. You can just see the A9 peeping out there. Now the other side of the forest is a big loch. Now in 4 or 5 days time I intend getting a mountain bike up the side of that loch up to the Bothy. I think it's about a 10-mile cycle trek to the Bothy while camping, and then doing the 6 Munros round Ben Alder and round. So that's the lock we'll be cycling to the side of. That's maybe 6 days time, that one. So almost back at the car, just get under this pylon, round to the gates, across to the road. End of another day. Fabulous. Thank God I found my GoPro. Hi, welcome to my Munro Challenge Day 20. Today I walked Route 25. It's Monday the 16th of August. It was pretty straightforward really. The track made its height very quickly up to the junction, which you probably saw about maybe 2 or 3 times on the video, where at the junction you've got an option of left or right. Initially I turned left, followed the fence posts all the way pretty much to the summit of Carn. Obviously then you retrace your steps back to said junction. All very straightforward. And then you follow a Land Rover track to the top, Bheag. I have to say that it is a very undulating Land Rover track. There was a cairn, but I didn't think that was the top of the top, so I was scurrying around looking for what I felt was the high point, and I at that point I lost my GoPro unknowingly. It must have fallen out my rucksack. I think I'd taken some footage and took my cag off and one thing or another, and proceeded to drop down a very, very steep, pathless descent. And you drop down to a burn. It's pretty boggy as well, and it's a fair distance, whereby I picked up the next path going up to the top of the second Munro. That's the point where I realised I'd lost my GoPro, so I had to retrace my step back up the very steep bank, then find where I thought may have been the top. So it took me a fair bit of time to get to the point where I'd taken my cag off and find GoPro's with me, thank goodness. Yeah, so then I went back down the steep bank, and you pick up a faint track all the way to the top of Bheag. It's and then retrace your steps basically all the way back to the junction and down. It was a very, very nice day. It's a short day, so it's not exactly a full day. It was 12.7 miles. Took me 5.5 hours, and there was 3,024 feet of ascent. But do bear in mind, I did that steep bank twice. It probably cost me half an hour, and maybe the 0.7, I don't know, and a few hundred feet of ascent. So make of it what you want. Lovely day though. Thoroughly enjoyed the day.